All right, hey everyone. Appreciate you all being here at USA Crypto Group for this AMS session. Today we have Besa Gaming back with us. This is their fourth time, so really appreciate you guys coming back here for the fourth time. Their mission is to create a gaming ecosystem with various games that everyone can understand and enjoy while earning residual income. So that's their ultimate goal. So with that being said, I'd like to welcome Gabe from the team, also Chris from the team. If you guys can start out introducing yourself, talking about your team, and just give us a bit of insight into your background experience.
Okay, I'll go ahead and start. As you guys know, as you can see me, I'm Gabe Navarro. I am the CEO of Besa Gaming. We've been doing this for almost a year. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, so Gabe, so I'm not sure what happened there, but it kind of slowed a bit. Like it got little.
Yeah. So it looks like I got disconnected for a little bit, but I'm back.
Okay, sounds good.
So yeah, like I was saying, we've been doing this for almost a year. We launched BSC back in September last year. So we did Solana as well a couple months ago. So we just keep working on what we have. Our plans are still in development. We have already 7 games that are already live for people to play. A couple games to the app stores. We'll get into that more eventually. But yeah, we have our team is great. I mean, we have a really extensive team, very professional. We all very good at what we do. You have Chris, he's the advertising guy, and you have Gerardo, he's the computer science, apps and stuff like that. He has a master's of computer science. Darius Orobeg, he's manufacturing manager. He has a mechanical engineer. He's a doctor's of mechanical engineer. He's a master's degree and stuff. He's really good at those stuff. So there's a lot of things that we're working on, and the team, like I said, is perfect, and we just continue. Sorry about that, guys. Looks like my internet, maybe I'm a little too far, so I'm gonna relocate. Okay, hold on for 1 sec.
Okay, sounds good, Gabe. Yeah, I was gonna say you're getting a little kind of freezing up there a bit, here, in and out there. Looks like you guys having great weather in the background there. I see.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like 75 degrees, nice and sunny.
Nice, California. I love that place.
Yeah, California for you, man.
Sounds good. Yeah,
I don't know if,
you were freezing up, but I
Chris,
think we yeah, you've been here like 5 times, introducing yourself already. I just want to make sure that for those that may not have seen you before, heard from you before, so I appreciate the introduction there. Chris, if you want to go ahead and just introduce yourself really quick, brother.
Hey, bro. Yeah, so my name's Chris Burns. I've been in marketing or online marketing for roughly about 10 years. I've done pretty much all sides of advertising, everything from Facebook, Google, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and everything. I used to run an agency many years ago. And then I kind of got bored of that. Then I started seeing the likes of crypto was taking off. So I started merging into the likes of crypto, learning how to trade and everything. And then along the way, I met Gabe. And then with the likes of that, I saw and heard what he wanted to do with the likes of Besa Gaming. And so I just told him my ideas and stuff with my background to do with the like advertising and stuff. And we believed in each other. And yeah, we've just had a good connection, and I've shared different ideas and stuff. Sometimes it's crazy, but it's managed to work so far. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always coming up with crazy ideas. So I guess that's what you mean.
Yeah, one thing I respect you guys is that, because the barrier to entry by launching a project is very low. So most of the developers just launch a project, it doesn't work out within a week, and then move into the next one, different concept, different idea. But you guys are not about that, and I respect it a lot. You guys are committed, right? Consistent, uh, and that's what is needed in the space. So props to you guys for not just launching a project and just moving to the next idea if it doesn't work out in a week. So
Well,
and the
that's really
viewers,
what makes us different because we love crypto so much. We believe on what it brings. So we wanted to do something special, right? We wanted to do something real, and we talk about these long-term plans and all this stuff, and that's what we've been working on, and we're gonna continue to do that nonstop. So we're gonna be here for many, many years from now.
sounds good. So I appreciate the introduction there. So let's just go back, run it, back a bit. Uh, let's go ahead and talk about your project because right now you guys are moving to base chain, which I believe that, and as we're seeing right now, that a lot of liquidity is pouring in over there right now, and I think that's going to be the upcoming chain that is going to get a lot of attention. But let's run it back onto in the history of the project. So when you guys launched the project, and what chain are you guys currently in? And what's the reason for the move into the base chain right now?
Well, like I said, we launched back in September last year with BSC. We it started kind of slow, and then we did actually really well. We did almost more than a times 50, right, at our all-time high. And we continue to develop our games. We have different games that we started, and now we're doing some updates to them. We have games on the app stores that people can actually download directly on their devices and start playing with them. But the main idea is to create all this, portfolio, this ecosystem that creates different revenue that we can share with holders, right? So as you become a holder for Besa, you're gonna get different rewards. You're gonna continue to get different passive income coming your way, and we want to do this for a very long time, right? So that's always been the goal, and it continues to be. So we just continue to develop, continue to work on that, and there's a lot of good stuff that's coming up still.
Good. Yeah. So you guys' ultimate ideas, like you mentioned there, Gabe, is to find ways to create revenue streams or residual income for your investors through games. Now, last time we spoke, I remember you guys had a few games developed already. So where are we at as far as developed games currently? How many games do you guys have currently?
We actually have 7 games right now that are already, some of are web-based. We're working on getting them into the app stores. There's 2 of them that are on the app store, so that they already have, ads and different things that create that income that I was, keep talking about, and allows us to give that to holders, right? But the main idea is to have all those games into the app stores, have them with the ads and different things on it to create that income, and then continue to expand. So yeah, but right now we have 7 games. We have a casino that's coming up that's being tested, and all of our versions are going to be there. So when we talk about expanding into base, it's about expanding that portfolio, getting into a different market, so that we can use that too with our different games and different applications that we have. So it's just creating this big ecosystem that's going to continue to get better and better.
So 7 games, and you guys are working on a casino currently. All right, sounds good. Now, yeah, so you guys, your ecosystem is pretty massive. It seems like you're very ambitious as well. So now you guys want to move to the base chain. Let's talk about that. Now, why base chain in your perspective? And what's the reason behind it? And what's the plan going forward over in the base chain?
Well, when we decided on base, it's obviously by Coinbase, right? So it's really good. It's set up perfect. It works 100%. There's no issues. There's no problems with it at all. So we decided to do that because of the fees. Transferring and buying and selling the fees are very, very cheap. So it's about saving money so we can give that back to the community. give back to holders. And when I talk about the multi-chain rewards, if we're only two, there's not really multi-chain rewards, right? We need to have more tokens, more versions of our tokens, so that we can actually expand into that. And that's one of the reasons why we did Base. Being one of the main thing is that it's so affordable, it's so cheap to do different things, but it also opens up that other door for us to do that extra multi-chain rewards, setup. So now, by holding Besa, any version of Besa, you are gonna get a portion of the Base, reflections, a portion of the BSC, and it goes to all of them, including Solana. So it's like I said, it's about rewarding everybody. It's about giving people, better life, better opportunities, and that's what we're creating all this.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I think Base, like I said, I like Base a lot, and recently we saw Brett hit over 2 billion, right? So that's a sign, guys. That's a sign liquidity is pouring in, and we talk
It's
about
gonna be.
Brett.
I really believe it's gonna be one of the biggest ones, man. It really works. I mean, we actually did a taste, tested out a few things before we launched the contract. We launched a different contract. We did a bunch of different things, trying to make sure that everything works, because we're actually one of the first projects that offer reflections on Base. The passive income that we talk about. We're actually one of the first projects that does that. So we wanted to make sure that everything will work the way we wanted to. Looks like I have a lot of people connected to the internet. I'm gonna tell my son to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think your neighbor is. I was gonna say your neighbor is stealing your internet or something there. But yeah, no, I think I kind of gotta guess what you were trying to say. So you guys were one of the projects that tested out with Base first. So Base is kind of like Ethereum, guys, right? Except for the gas fee is like Binance. It's really, really cheap. I love Base, right?
It's actually like a lot cheaper than even Binance. It's really, really affordable. We were surprised when we did, like I said, a bunch of transactions just to see how it works, and it was, you're talking about cents on the cent. It was really, really low.
Yeah, it's incredible. I've been trading over there as well. So for those that are listening, it's actually very easy. So Base is Ethereum, pretty much Ethereum. So you use Uniswap, right? And on Uniswap, there's a bridge feature there. You can just bridge for your Ethereum to Base, and you use the same Uniswap to trade. So it's very convenient, very easy to onboard. So if you have MetaMask, actually you go to the setting, and all you have to do is just add the RPC on there, or add the chain on there. It should be already on there. So to onboard into the Base chain is very easy. To get there is very easy, guys. Everything is very convenient now.
Yeah, and like you said, once you go into swapping and buying and selling, the fees are very cheap. You'll be very happy because you're using Ethereum, like you said, but it's the fees and all the extra charges are not there. So it makes it way better.
Right, and the difference also with Base is come because it has your Ethereum ERC20 contract where you can actually have taxes as well, right, over there as well, versus Solana. Solana, there are ways to do it, but it's very hard. Most of the Solana contracts, actually, I haven't seen it yet. There's no tax on the contract. So Base, man, Base is awesome. I love Base, and nobody's really using that yet. But I think that's going to be the future. Now, you also keep in mind that this is Coinbase blockchain. Now, think about that for a second. Coinbase, guys. So they're not going to let it fail. They're going to make sure that liquidity is going to be pouring in.
Exactly. That's why, like I said, when we checked it out, it was amazing. The way it works, it was perfect. So we are very happy with it, and it's gonna work out. There's my Theo right there behind you. He just walked right by.
Oh, so that's the guy that's stealing the internet, huh?
I think so, man. He's walking around. Yeah, we're hanging out with family in Los Angeles, for the weekend, and trying to get myself set up now on the yard and stuff like that. But yeah, it's good. But yeah, like you said, it's really good. I love base. I love the way they do things, and we can do the tax, which creates that passive income, right? So it gives us that opportunity. So that's what we went with base as well.
Yeah, I think that's the right decision. Now let me ask you. So right now you're currently in the BNB chain. Now, would you guys now with the market cap is going to be like reflective to the BNB chain as well, or is this something that just whole different different contract, a different just a whole different coin over there?
You kind of broke up a little bit. I didn't get the whole question. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So my question is right now, currently you guys are on BNB chain right now. I'm not sure what the market cap is, but when you guys launch over into the base chain, will you guys work it out in a way where the market cap kind of reflects on both chain, where it's the same?
Well, they're actually independent, right? So
Okay, they independent.
yeah, BNB, Solana, and Base, they're independent, so they have different prices, but they're actually kind of close. If you look at Solana and BNB, they're around the 80,000 market cap right now each. So they kind of go together. Next thing you know, Solana goes up like crazy, and all stuff like that. And then as it does that, BNB kind of tries to catch up a little bit. So they're, like I said, they're all independent, but we try to implement everything to all of them. So we're not putting everything into one. We're doing everybody, we're doing all of them together, and we're trying to implement everything so that everybody gets the benefit. The plan is to have all of them do really well and thrive, and then have all those different incomes, all those different reflections coming in, so that we can continue to give these rewards to holders. So it's part of the plan.
Okay. Now let's talk about the taxes over in the base. Now, would it be the same as BNB, and what are those?
Yes, it's going to be basically the same, but to start for the first week, we're doing 10% tax for selling and 0% for buying, because we know how crypto is. That's going to be the dump. There's going to be people selling stuff like that. So we want to get more reflections so we can give that to holders. So 5% of that goes straight to holders. So as long as you have base hold tokens, you're going to be getting reflections automatically. There's only actually we're changing one requirement on BNB. We have a 1 million minimum to qualify for reflections. We're actually changing it to 500 on both chains, so more people are going to be getting those rewards.
Okay, so 10% for sell, 10% buy. What is the breakdown on that there, Gabe? So the 10%, where is it going to?
It's 50-50. So it's going to be 50-50 all the way for the team and for everybody, all the holders, right? So once we do the change, we're going to adjust it to what BSC is, which is 4% buying and 6% selling. So it's going to be 50-50 in that. The one difference is that on the buying, we're actually adding 1% on BSC and base for NFT holders. So if you have an NFT, you're going to be getting 1% on both chains coming to you just for being, one of the owners of the NFTs.
I see. Okay, sounds good. All right. Now you said that the games that you guys have developed, are you guys seeing the increase in users, or how is that going?
We had there was this service that we went into, kind of a competition with a bunch of other projects that have games, and we won. We got first place, so we got probably about 10,000 downloads and stuff like that on the Gold Rush chaser game. And to be honest, because like I said, it has reflections. I mean, it has advertising, right, that creates that income. The numbers that we need to have actual, as something that you can actually see, because we got maybe about $20, for the whole month. So it needs to be into the tens of thousands of people playing the games. So it's part of the process. It's part of, getting Besa everywhere, people getting to know about Besa and all the different benefits. And, the casino, coming in together is going to give, when you come in and you sign up, you're going to get free tokens, for you to play the casino to try it out. So that's going to also help us, get more excitement, get more people coming in and learning about us. So it is a process, but there's different things that we can do to have more people. Yeah, sorry about that. Got disconnected a little bit again. But like I said, there's different things that we can do to have people download the games. But the main idea is to have everything ready, have the advertising added, and then we'll have different tournaments. We'll have different things that we'll have people come in and play so that they can win some prizes. So it creates that excitement, and that's just going to continue. It's going to continue all the time, and we'll continue partnerships and things like that, and we continue to expand.
Okay, yeah. So I think that's actually crucial, right? And I do see the vision, and I do see the ambition of you guys creating games to bring in that external revenue, right? Not fully dependent on the taxes only. I think that's going to be very important, because I think if you're just relying on the taxes to give reflections then I think it would not sustain, right? So it seems like you guys still pushing that game development and working hard towards building the games. So I think that's actually very crucial.
Yeah, actually, I think Chris can speak more about that when it comes to the advertisement side, because it really helps. It will eventually help us get into the big markets, and we're trying to expand into other crypto. Not only crypto, but also the normal people, the normal folks that they're not really into crypto. Maybe we're trying to do something that will bring more people in. And Chris is working on so many things for us. So it's like I said, it's just a continuous process that will never stop. It's just gonna keep going, and eventually we're gonna get there. I envision Besa being a gaming company, like I said, but being at such a big size that there's going to be so many people playing, so many companies making contact, asking for advertising, and then we get that revenue as well. So it's just a continuous development.
Okay, sounds good, Gabe. Yes, let's talk about the marketing, because I think raising awareness. I definitely see you guys, your plans and the ambitions of going to different chains to ensure that everyone, have access to Besa Gaming different chains. But I think at the same time, the marketing aspect of it and also the external revenue coming in, right, which you guys are, bidding games to make sure that happens. So let's talk about the marketing. Let's have Chris on. Let's talk about the marketing, so that way the community knows, what's coming up and what are the plans.
Yeah, so like with the marketing side, so we're definitely running and testing a lot of different stuff. So even at the moment, we've got a few different test accounts that we've been running. So we are doing like different style ads. So under the fair use, we would use the likes of viral videos, right? And they would be anywhere between, say, 30 seconds to a minute. So I've got a team of guys that specialize in doing viral content. So we would run that on the likes of Instagram. And we would be using different style of banner ads for the likes of games, bringing awareness to the Telegram group, and also for the base, how we're moving over onto base chain. Some of the numbers that we're seeing so far is not bad, because it's only been running for about 3 to 4 days. On one of the Instagram accounts that we're getting at the moment, the kind of reach is between 600,000 to 1 million reach per day, and growing. So we're definitely looking at like pushing that to the ballpark to 2 to 5 million reach. So then we can start to push that volume of people into other places, as well as being able to monetize it in different ways as well. But even like on the paid ad side, so even down the track, we're able to like optimize it in a way so we can run paid ads on the likes of Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and all these different sites. But even at the moment, is being able to use the different social medias with the team that I do have that specialize in things like viral content, and SEO and keywords, so we can maximize every single dollar that we do have and not spend money in silly places.
Okay. Okay, so it seems like you guys do have some marketing plans in place there. Sounds good. Well, you say that your marketing budget is pretty healthy at the moment?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not too
but
bad.
yeah.
Like from a marketing perspective, you would always love more. Even like with some of the clients that I deal with around the world, they could have $1 million budget, but you want 10. So it's like you always want more because you always have a vision to be able to do even more. But it's like it's always good to work within a framework because then you're able to really see how far you can truly go.
Right, right. You're not wrong on that. It's never enough, right? When it comes to marketing, right? Yeah, sounds good, guys. Sounds good. So so currently right now you have the pre-sale over in base going on right now, correct?
Yes, that's correct. It's live right now. It's probably about 22 hours left, for people to jump in. We've been trending on pink sale. We've been, top 10 for the last 24 hours as well. So, and we're going to stay there. We've been doing so many things so that we continue to trend on a bunch of different places and different advertising, different calls, different things like that. Like we've been done this before, right? So we kind of know, what works, and that's why we go back to you guys, because I know you guys work, and like I said, you guys are great. So we're reusing some of the people that we used in the past, and they're helping us with the advertising. So I know that lately, if you look at Pincel, most of the projects that go in, they take, people tend to wait until the last few hours to actually get excited and really jump in and stuff like that. So we're looking at that. I think that's something that's going to happen with us. And but like so, we've been trending and we've been doing pretty good. People are coming in, every so often they keep coming in and buying and joining us and stuff like that. So I think that's only going to get better.
Yeah, a lot of people actually wait, right? And I think I think when we posted, you guys was around what, maybe 4 or 3. So currently, you guys are at 12,000 right now, and like you say, you have almost 22 hours left there, and the soft cap is at 2 ETH, and I think you guys surpassed that already. So you guys surpassed the soft cap. So what that means is that they will move forward 100% launching the
Yes,
project.
sir. We are launching
So
base for sure. No questions asked.
yep, yep. So the soft cap's met already. And looks like, we'll see how it goes, but it seems like the initial market cap is going to be very small, right? So that means is that it's actually really good for investors, because if it's small, the only way is up, right?
Exactly.
So
That's when you do the times, 50s, times more than that. So it really
yeah,
depends on how, we don't know what's going to happen 100%, but I do expect it to pick up quite a bit on, especially the last maybe 8-10 hours. That's when it's going to really go crazy, and we're going to get more and more people coming in. But like you said, a small market cap makes for more profits, for investors. So it's not a bad thing either.
exactly. So, and they're planning to lock up the liquidity right after the pool ends, 1,000 days, which is quite a bit. And 50% of the raised money would be going to the LP as well, 51%. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
and also, the remaining will be used for exchanges and things like that. So we do hope. I've been talking to different people, to different exchanges. They're basically waiting, but some of them are very expensive, right? So we gotta see where we are at the end of the day, and then we'll make a post. We'll let everybody know what the next step is. But we're probably looking at a few days after that, and we'll be on different places, and it will be for all chains, not only for Base. We're gonna do Solana, we're gonna do BNB as well, so all of them will go together.
Sounds great. Now I'm looking at the information on Pink Sale here. It says that exchange listings confirmed, no team tokens, LP for 3 years, locked, tax-free buying 0 bytes tax to start with, and CMC and CG already approved, right? So that's pretty much from the the BNB side, right? Is that correct, or
No,
this is not
it's actually no, it's Base is already approved.
so it's already approved?
We we talked to CMC and talked to CoinGecko, and they basically already approved us. Correct. We are already approved for CMC and CoinGecko. So we're gonna see a base probably the first day or so is gonna be on those two sites.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay, wow. All right, yeah. So you guys are really putting in the work to make sure that, because usually it takes quite a long
Yeah,
time just
I
to
mean
get on.
we've been around for a while, and we kind of know already what to do and
Yeah.
what the process is. And since we already we've been at it before, they have all of our information, all the stuff already, so it makes things a lot faster.
And your contract owner base is also audited as well.
Yeah, of course, 100% audited, and we are, like you can see, we're completely doxxed, we're completely KYC. I completed the whole process again for base as well for the KYC stuff, and to get all the information, all my private personal information is with them. So we keep it honest, like as you guys know, we always try to keep it honest. We'll continue to do that, and no matter what, and we'll be all right.
Sounds good. Sounds good, Gabe. I look forward to see how base we do. I think base is going to be the place where it's going to be at. Even though Solana is doing a heck of a job, but I think there's limitation to what you can do over Solana, right? So now over
One,
base,
yeah,
taxes, etc.
not only the limitations of Solana, they do have a lot of issues with the network and stuff like that, right? So it creates all these different delays. And base is, being based on Ethereum it works really well. And so yeah, I do believe that base is going to be a difference. And then we're jumping in early, right? And we're doing the reflections before some other projects even start. So we're already doing that. So we're I like to do the first. I like to be the first to do different things. So that's why we keep thinking about new things and improving different things and adding different things to our process. And this is one of those steps.
Awesome, awesome. All right. I think that's pretty. I think you guys are pretty much the same ecosystem. You guys are still planning to build out games, and you guys will continue to, I guess, go to different chains as many chains as possible. It seems like that's the plan, correct?
Yes, that's. I mean, there's always also the reason why we have all these different chains is not only to expand Besa into different communities and to give more opportunities for people to invest, but there's also a plan. Down the road we are going to have more things, and all these chains that we have, they're going to be a part of it. And we're talking big stuff, right? So we continue to work on things like we have a company that we're working on. We have our own products that we're testing. We have so many things that are going to go on the market, and they're going to provide all these different income, all these different opportunities for people to invest. And having all these chains are part of that plan, as part of that process.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I feel like you've been here for 4 times now, and so we kind of really know your project like almost in and out already. So, but I appreciate you coming in here again for the fourth time. I remember, you know, I think we was doing an AMA. We kind of sent you all time high there over in BNB. So that was incredible to see. So I look forward to see you launching in the base, and I wish you the best over there.
I know, I appreciate that, man. We, like I said, we appreciate you guys. Love the opportunity to come in and talk to you guys. So there's a lot of questions. Like I was looking on your group, and there's some really good
Yeah.
questions. So let's get into those.
Yeah, so we're gonna read some of the questions really quick. Let me see here. So let me go over there. Yeah, there's a lot of questions over there. So let me try to find a good one here. Now you do have some NFTs. You want to talk about that really quick, Gabe, before why I look for some of the questions.
Now, yes, of course, we as you guys probably know already, we have our OG NFTs. We only made 100 of them. There's 41 available still. And these are going to be the only NFTs that we're going to have for quite a while. I'm talking about this whole year and probably next year. So we want to give rewards to these people that invested, I believe, in Besa, from the beginning. So with the tax that we have on base and BNB, there's 1% of the buying tax is going to go straight into these holders, straight into these investors for the NFTs. So the more NFTs you have, the more rewards you're going to get. I understand that volume's a little low. We have to continue to work on that, and that's why we continue our development. But just imagine once the volume gets into the 20s, 30, $50,000 a day, those rewards are going to be really, really something special. So having that NFT, gives you that opportunity to get that passive income, and then it also opens the door for you to join our board of directors, where we get you into a private group, and we get you the opportunity to vote on different things. You'll be the first one to see the games. You'll be the one that help us choose the names, the logos, all the different things that we're working on. This group is actually very involved into that, and they're very active into all the different things that we do for Besa. And that's the plan. We don't know everything there is to know about Besa. I mean, I not need to know about crypto, but there's a lot of people that are very, they're experts. They really know a lot. So we want to take advantage of that. And being part of the group gives you that opportunity just to be part of it and help us with the decision making.
Sounds good. Yeah, so it looks like NFT, OG NFT, so there's incentive for that. So you believe in the ecosystem, eventually your ecosystem will grow, where they will have volume, and then those NFTs, really bring those rewards, right?
Well, right now, if you look at the NFTs, they were worth 2 BNBs. They've always been 2 BNB, right? This is last year, 2 BNBs were a couple $100, 200 and something. They were probably about $400 for an NFT. Now it's a big difference. So you're paying over $1,400 for an NFT. So we understand that, right? That the price is quite a bit. It's not easy for a lot of people to do that. So that's why we actually offer 50% back, in tokens if you buy an NFT. So people that buy an NFT, they contact me, we verify everything, and then I send them half of it back to them in tokens, either BSC, Sol, or Base, right? So we're gonna have that option. So that's one of the things that we're trying to do to help our people jump in and to be a part of that process. And then 100% of those funds that are being collected, they're 100% used for advertising and exchanges. So it just goes back into the project itself.
Sounds good. All right, so I'm going to ask a few questions here. First question is from Jenny, and she says, I guess this goes back to, I think Chris is going to touch on that, but I think this is an important question for adoption here. So she asked, what strategies are in place to drive user adoption and engagement within the Besa ecosystem?
I can let Chris take that if you want, Chris.
Yeah, that's a really, really good question. So very, very similar like what I was sharing before, like how we're doing a lot of testing. So even like say with the adoption, say with our games and stuff like that. So we've been in chats, say with other gamers and stuff. So our thing is more or less not trying to coerce or anything around it, but pretty much being very friendly and family vibes. So when we go into the other, say, platforms and stuff like that, that people are able to know our brand, they're able to know our games, and it's able to like be adopted on an organic side before we get into the paid ad side. So as like Gabe was sharing, like with our games, like we're only getting say about $20 at the moment, say from the likes of the paid ads. So within our games itself, we'll be able to advertise our other games. So that's very unique. So even with all the other partnerships that we're working with, we'll be able to use the likes of that to be able to have our full ecosystem to be able to just grow out. So then it's all be able to feed back into itself. So then all the holders, as well as the NFT holders, are able to benefit most from it.
Yeah, thanks for the answer there, Chris. All right, so we have the next one here. I just lost. Let me go back here.
Well, if I may, maybe I can expand a little bit into that too. one thing that as you know, we're working on the foundation, right? So we have the missing people lab and stuff like that. So we're also expanding into that space. And you're talking about hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that go through this, and families, and things like that. So we are going to have different apps that are based, directed to that, right? So you'll be able to see people's pictures and their information, and providing, different tips, hopefully, to find somebody. Um, that are also, opens up crypto to all these families, all these groups that they probably never knew anything about us, right? So we're helping out, we're doing, different donations, and the hope is that we're going to be able to provide, maybe rewards for actual tips that, provide results. So that opens up all these things. So it's going to continue to help us grow, and it's going to bring all these massive, groups and massive amounts of people into Besa. That's just going to continue to grow our brand. And when we talk about a brand, is, we talk about not only the games, we talk about the different, utilities that we have, like the marketplace, the casino, the wallet that we're working on, and some other big things that we're working on as well. So all this brand, all this coming together is just gonna help us grow, and it's gonna bring, I really believe it's gonna bring all this these profits, all this income, all this advertising, things that we're gonna do, and it's just gonna continue to reward holders. This is, like I said, this is long term, so we're gonna be here for a while, and we want to benefit people for a very long time.
Sounds good. All right, so I'm not sure if there's actually profit sharing, but I'm going to go ahead and ask this question here. If not, we can go ahead and expand on the taxes and the reflections, okay? Fitza asks, can you elaborate on how the profit sharing mechanism works, and what percentage of the profits are shared within the token holders?
That's a great question. When I talk about the company, right? When we talk about our own products, you're gonna be able to buy different things that we're gonna actually manufacture in the U.S., and we're gonna sell those products in Amazon's, eBay, on our website. So there's gonna be this profit that's gonna come in after all the expenses. There's gonna be a profit, and we want to share some of that with holders, especially NFT holders. So the OGs, we talk about a percentage, and we're talking about 10% going back to the OGs. So by becoming an OG, you're actually becoming a stockholder. You're really becoming an owner of a company, of a business. And because we're going to sell products on crypto, we're going to be able to just turn around and give that away, a percentage of that to these owners, and then to holders. So the idea is to use about 20% for all the different rewards that we're going to have. But the OGs are going to be the ones that are going to get most of it.
Okay, so there is a profit sharing mainly through the NFTs, which is the OG NFTs. So when you own an OG NFTs, I guess you are part of the company, like Gabe said there. So there is a profit sharing if you hold those NFTs. All right.
Yeah, there will be, like, that's why the OGs. I mean, we have people that have 3 or 4 NFTs, because they believe in it so much, right? So they're part of it. They know exactly what we're doing. I show them some of the stuff that we're working on, some of the development that we're doing, and they can see it, that it's real, that it's gonna happen, and it's gonna work out pretty well. So we're just gonna continue to do that, and the people will be able to see those profits.
Okay, sounds good. Now, this question is actually, I think this is a good question, especially for those that may be new to it. But I think there are different ways to get reflection, right? But I think I'm going to ask this question here from Smarty. He asked, how frequently are the rewards distributed to Besa game holders from the multi-chain rewards fund? So is there a threshold, or just kind of reflection just immediately once a buy or sell happen?
Oh no, there's obviously a threshold. I believe it's about 500,000 Besa, or base tokens. Once it collects enough for that, it does the switch to a stable token. Like on BSC you get USDT rewards, right? On base you're actually gonna get USD. So it gets converted into that, and then it gets distributed to holders. And like I said, as long as you have at least 500,000 Besa tokens, you're going to be getting rewards. We also developed a dApp that actually, it works really well. And we're probably one of the first projects that actually have that. So I download all the different, wallets. We separate the, by different amounts, and then we put them into this dApp, and it actually does the runs the numbers so that it distributes, according to how much an individual is holding. It gets those rewards. So the more you're holding, the more rewards you get, and then it sends out all the rewards automatically to everybody. So we did that for BSC, and it's going to work for Base as well, and then we did it for Solana. So that's one of the things that we've been doing. We've been trying to give rewards as we collect the funds coming in for reflections. We give that away, so that's what we use for that.
Yeah, sounds good. So that's pretty much the basic of what Gabe just described there of reflection, right? So it's going to reward you in proportion to the amount of the token you hold. So that's usually how that works. And I think there's a threshold. The reason for the threshold at times, like a contract like this, where it's thought out so that way you need to save gas, right? Because every time if there's even a tiny little coin, you have to spend gas. So if you do that every single transaction, you're gonna waste a lot more gas doing it. So I think so that's the reason.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Because when we started with BSC, we were looking at the gas, those fees, and we were trying to gauge it and see how much it's gonna cost us, because you send only a few and it costs you this much in gas, right? But you can send a lot more and it will cost you about the same. So gotta be smart about things. So that's what we did. We keep doing different things to it and keep adjusting it as we go. But like BSC is working perfectly. So I think Base is going to be just the same, and we'll be able to make it work a lot better.
Sounds good. Awesome. All right. So let me find one more question really quick here. All right. I think this is actually a very unique question here from Jim. She says, now this can be a very tough question to answer, but she says, what's the team's favorite aspect of the Besa Gaming ecosystem?
Favorite aspect of the Besa Gaming ecosystem? I'm telling you this, so it might be a little, too much, but I think how honest we are, how open we are, how straightforward we keep it, right? I think that having all these utilities, it's easy to have games, but it's not easy to implement the crypto aspect into them. So that makes us very special. And then continue to do different things to reward holders, to give people all these benefits, and we also going to benefit eventually from it, right? But we want to give people all these benefits for long term. So I talk to people that look at Besa as a retirement fund. They believe in what we're doing so much, and they keep supporting us, and they believe that one day they're going to be able to actually use that for retirement. And I love that. I really love that idea. So we run with it, and we're going to continue to do that and continue to work hard to deliver.
Good answer.
Yeah, I can share as well.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Chris.
just like what Gabe was saying, definitely the honesty and everything of the team working as a team, and also with the likes of the utilities, because that's what separates us from like 99.9% of the other crypto projects. That's why they're around 1 week and the next week they're dead. Because it's like we focus firstly on the utilities in the project and then everything else. We're not trying to be like some of the other ones, not trying to slam them or anything, where they have a marketing budget of 10 trillion or whatever, and then they focus on doing something else after the fact. So we focus on making sure that we have everything solid, and then we have the community, and that's why our community is growing much faster and much more solid than some of the others.
Yeah, well said. So I think having a correct team, right? Having an honest team and a legit team, I think that's crucial. and I told you guys before, one thing about differentiate about this team is that they do not give up, right? They keep on grinding. It's been a long time now. I think it's been a very long time now. This is their fourth time coming back here. So that tells me that they're not giving up, right? They keep on coming back here, trying to do more marketing, developing. So they really, there's a lot of commitment to the project, and you just don't see that very often in the whole space, because the barrier to launching a project is so low. Anybody can do it, right? If it takes off, and they dox themselves, and they go the whole 9 yard. But if it doesn't take off, in a week, guess what? They just scrap it and next one, right? And we see that all the time. So to have a team that's committed to the project, regardless, right? Because we know that in the space is very volatile, goes up, goes down, but it's not, it's not the, what is that called? It's not the race, it's the marathon, right?
Yes,
so it's
sir.
like eventually you keep on working at it, right? So
well,
props
one
on
thing
that.
one thing that I noticed in the space is there are projects that, like you said, they did really well at the beginning, and they promise you a game, they promise you this apps or utility, and it's been years and they still haven't done anything. They haven't delivered, but they're still on the $2-3 million market cap, right? And it's just that the timing when they did it was very lucky for them. They got into at the right time when crypto was just exploding and people were super excited, and that they got set up that way. We didn't get that, obviously, but we know. I understand. Running a business, it takes time. It takes a lot of work, and you got to continue to do things for the business itself, and that's the way I see it, right? So having employees or a team together of people that can actually help you do that was one of the main things, and that's how we got this team together, and that I really believe is very, very special. So we're gonna continue to do it, and we're gonna get there. I really believe we are. And having these multi-chain rewards, we are the first project that does that. Give people that has Solana tokens actual rewards just for holding. That makes us special, right? You don't see that anywhere. So as we get more and more rewards, as we continue to grow, that passive income is gonna just continue to come back, people's holders way, right? The holders way, and it's just gonna continue to increase. So I think that's like you said, some projects just promise you this, promise you that, and never deliver. We want to make sure that we change that.
Well said. Sounds good, guys. I know there's a lot of questions on there in the room. I'm not able to get through all of it, right? So if you guys go join the TG and maybe give a feedback. Do not spam, and ask your questions there and do further research over there. Maybe we can go ahead and pick one winner for like a $10 winner if you join the TG, and just give a feedback. Do not spam though. Sounds good, Gabe. Chris, you guys fourth time here, so I really appreciate you guys being here for the fourth time. I think there was another project that came back for the fourth time, which is Tectum. Tectum kind of blew up. They went to like a couple 300 million market cap, I think. So but usually after two times, usually the average. But you guys are back at fourth time, so it's always nice seeing you guys, and I appreciate you. Pick us as a place to go back and give updates, etc. So I appreciate that.
Well, yeah, like I said, thank you for the opportunity again. Thank you for having us, and we'll be around. Like I said, we have long-term plans.
Uh-oh, looks like Gabe's neighbor is stealing the internet again.
And
You're freezing up there, Gabe.
we have long-term development.
Gabe is like froze now. Anyway, Gabe, if you can hear me, you cut off quite a bit there. We couldn't hear you. But yeah, thank you so much, Chris and Gabe. As always, guys, AMAs are not financial advice. Make sure you do your research thoroughly. Okay, make sure you do your research. And it seems like the team is very honest, very committed. As you can see, fully doxed. They've been around for AMA, so they've been around for a long time. Still working hard, trying to build. Now, in the space, you guys may not like the speed that's going over there, but again, it's not the race, right? It's the marathon. Sometimes, that's just the way it is. You look at meme coins, for example, there's no utility, there's nothing behind it yet. It goes to hundreds of millions. And you have projects that is actually working their asses off for a year, 2 years, trying to build something, and never goes up. We're in a very, very crazy space. But I think the work will show eventually. And I think that's what the team is trying to do. So thank you so much, guys. Chris, if you're here, if you don't mind, Chris, can you hear me?
Bert.
So Chris, so usually we like to reward one listener. If you don't mind, just scroll down, pick any name, just so that way it's transparent from us. Pick any name to win a $15
Coffee shop.
Yeah.
Because I'm having a coffee right now.
I'm actually having a coffee as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, black coffee. Sometimes it tastes so good, Especially on the days that you have like 3 hours sleep.
Yeah, bro. So the person that's named Coffee Shop, and I literally need to shoot because I've got another meeting with the team.
Sounds good. Coffee shop. Okay, coffee shop. If you don't mind there, if you can grab the name and just DM me really quick.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. I think we lost Gabe. So thank you again, Chris. Yeah, awesome, guys. The pre-sale is going on over in Base right now with Pink Cell, and it's on Base chain. You guys can always find the link on the banner itself in our room. So thank you, guys. And you know what? Just for the fun of it, once I open up the room, we're gonna also do a random number. Okay. I don't know how many listeners we have going on right now, but let's do 1 to 200, 5 guesses only, and 5 guesses only, and just for fun, and you guys get to win additional $10. Oh, we actually have 160 listeners. Dang, we started out like 100. Anyway, I just unmuted some of you guys. If you guys want to speak a bit, go ahead. If not, we're going to close the chat room, and we will see you guys on the next one. Musk, do you want to say something, Musk? Let me actually look at the market really quick here, see where we at. Ooh, Pajama just went up. So Pajamas, it was down to now 17 million. It just shot up to 19. If you guys have not checked out Pajamas, make sure you guys check that out. I think that's a very solid project over there. Let me see what else we have here. Look at Brett. Now Brett is at 1.67 billion, guys. So 1.67 billion. Think about that. Now we started talking to our group at 15 million, when it first came out, and we all knew that that's gonna be the meme of the base chain. So around 15 million. Now it's 1.6 billion. So it's made a lot of millionaires over there, that's for sure. And I think we can see 10 billion here, Brett, right? Even though sometimes you look at the chart and you're like, God dang, it's already at almost 2 billion. Could it go higher? I think it can go higher. I think it could definitely go higher. Elon Musk. I'm gonna go ahead and allow Elon to speak really quick here for a bit, and we're gonna go ahead and close it. Hey, Elon Musk. We got Elon from Twitter with us.
Hey, I saw that Besa was on, so I wanted to join the chat because I met Gabe here a little bit back, like maybe a month ago when he was here, and we just had a great discussion after the AMA and did some talked about doing some collaborations and things because our projects are on similar paths. They're a bit ahead of us, but we're on similar paths, and so we discussed doing some collaborations for both of us. And Pajamas, we've been following Pajamas because of you guys. And so we bought in again last night because it dropped a bit to oh, I know it hit 30 something million, dropped down to like maybe 15 or 16. So we bought back in, and so my team is invested in pajamas because of you guys, and yeah, we're just having a good time with it.
Yeah, yeah, pajamas, pajamas. We really announced our partnership like around 5 million. So now it's at 20, but it like Serge said there, it went to 33. So even at 20 million right now, 19 million, you're looking at almost 5x right there, right? And yesterday I gave you guys what is that? Windows, right? So let's look where we at. Yesterday Windows was at 18, but we were talking about Windows or the ICP ecosystem at around 3 million. So a lot of access right there as well. Let's look at Windows. It was yes, it was at 18 million, and today Windows is at. Let's see here. Windows is at 22 today. So
Nice.
just within, yeah. So within just yesterday, 2 days ago, when we had an Eagles Den, it was at 18. Now today it went up to 22 million, and I think. I've been again. I bought in like around Windows. I think it was like around 3 million in Windows. So I've been doing that's like almost 8x on that. But I think I'm gonna ride this. I'm gonna really ride this until at least 100 million. And I think even 100 million, from my assessment on it, is still undervalued. Because if you look around, right, every single chain has $1 billion meme coin. And Windows is the ICP ecosystem. ICP is in a billion, couple billion. And how is it not? I mean, you look at everything that's going on around it, only 10 million total supply, and it's all in circulation. So, I mean, if you do the math, it just doesn't make sense, right? So I think this is going to be at least over 100 million, at least. But yeah, that's just my assessment, not financial advice.
Do you have that posted in the group? Because I was trying to find it after the AMA we did the other day, or with the Eagles Den. But I think I spelled it wrong.
Yeah, I sent a link in the chat room, but I think once we opened the room, it got really busy, so I think we lost. I can DM you, but I'll go ahead and,
Yeah, please.
and post. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and post again for you guys here, okay, in a chat room. So when we do an AMA, our chat room is locked up, but once we open up, we have this thing called random number, which you guys go crazy on it. But it's a fun thing that we do to kind of give back to the community a bit here. So let me post in the chat room here. Let me go back to the chat room. But yeah, guys. So if you guys do not know ICP, man, you guys gotta it's a little bit. It's the learning curve to get to the ICP ecosystem there. Get some ICP, and you have to. But I encourage you guys to really. So that's I just posted in the chat room there, okay? So that's the DEX, right? Old school, right? So one thing about ICP is that they're not really focusing on meme coins. That's the reason why you guys don't hear about it like other chains. They want to focus on, real projects. So it's not very often you see like a rug projects over there. And it has to go through like a voting process just in order to launch. So it's crazy. But on that there's a coin called Windows, right? And also like Ghost as well. But Windows is the one that I mentioned yesterday and for a while now. The reason is, again, you're looking at every chain has a meme coin. And this is 10 million total supply. Actually, it's only 9,855 left because they burned some coins. So 10 million, less than 10 million total supply, guys. Check out the website. Right? Again, do not blame me if it goes down. Okay. Not financial advice.
The first time we saw pajamas on your page, it was at 3 million.
3 million,
and
3.4 million.
That's the first time I saw it on your group, and I still cry that I missed that. But I met Rodney from Pajamas also through you, and we had some good conversation too. So even if you're whatever, if you're not investing, you make great contacts through going through USA Crypto. So You guys provide a great service. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, that's what we like to do, right? It's you got to work together, right? It's all about connections, working together, right? This is saying if you want to go far, then you want to go fast, go by yourself. You want to go far, you got to go with others, right? And that's 100% that applies to everything in life. So yeah, I think you and Besa, you guys are pretty much on the same path there. Search is launching over in Base as well, and Besa is going to Base as well. And I think that you will see that a lot of the projects will or go to over in the Base. The reason is because I think that's the upcoming chain, and we saw Brett. I think Brett is the biggest indicator right now. 1.7 billion.
Brett is
Unbelievable.
crazy.
I mean, yeah, it started out. I mean, it literally was a fair launch. So you got to imagine a lot of the people bought in at 1 million, 2 million. that was like I think last month. So it's and I think it's gonna hit 10 billion. The reason is because Coinbase is not gonna let it pretty much just their baby, right? So I don't think they're gonna let Brett fail because
They're gonna
fails,
support it.
they're gonna support it. They're gonna support it 100% because if it fails, we know how powerful meme coins are, right? If it fails, it's not gonna make Base look good, right? So it needs to succeed, and they're gonna support it 100%. So that's my assessment on it since day one, and I think it's gonna hit over 10 billion. All right, guys. Well, that's been a great AMA. Appreciate you guys for being here like always. And I'm going to wrap it up. When I open the room, just 1 to 200, 5 guesses only. Good to see you, Serge. We chat soon.
You too. Thanks for letting me chat in.
All right. See ya.